Hi everyone, I'm Carl, the violinist tutor, and for this fourth lesson, I will be talking about where to bow and how to bow. You know that the violin will be out to the side between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. I'm just going to turn myself to the side so you can see me better. So the violin is going to be held here, and I'm not going to be worrying about what exactly I'm going to play on the violin at the moment, but we're going to talk about where we're going to bow. We're going to be bowing between the bridge and the fingerboard, and mostly not sort of, but not quite in the middle, and slightly towards the fingerboard. Somewhere between the middle towards the fingerboard. So you don't want to go on the fingerboard because that will just sound awful, and certainly not near the bridge because that will sound, let's just say, your fingernail on a blackboard. You want to be kind of barring some ways, sort of in the middle towards the fingerboard, but not quite on the fingerboard. That's where you want to bow, and the aim of the game is to try to keep your bow straight. You can see I'm keeping the bow straight. If you notice, I'm completely facing to the side. When I bow, my bow arm is completely straight, so it doesn't, go back. Something like this. However, if your bow arm is not straight and you do it like this, you will literally be bowing diagonally and will just look like you're cutting a piece of wood. We're not here to cut a piece of wood. We're trying to play the violin. And you want to make sure when you're bowing, as you can see what I've just done there, I'm actually just bowing from the elbow. I'm not bowing from the shoulder. Rather, I'm simply using my elbow. And while you're doing that, you want to try to keep the violin straight as well. Basically, if you bow from the elbow and don't let your arm move about, you can bring this arm forward. You just cannot bring this arm back any further. Imagine you got your back against the back wall. You cannot bring your arm back anymore. So you'll find that if you do that and keep your bow arm in line with your body, that your bow will pretty much be straight anyway. But you might find that practicing in front of a mirror can be pretty helpful as well. You don't have to get too stressed out and bogged down when trying to keep your bow straight, because you're gonna have a lot of things to contend with, especially when you look at a music, and most especially when you start to bow on different like strings, and to start add the first finger or any finger. Everything will come to play. But these are things that you should be aware of, and these are things that you should know about. So when perhaps you do sound a little bit scratchy, That's going to be the reason why. Now, remember that you want to do your bowing right here. Like slightly in the middle, like maybe a little bit towards, the fingerboard, but not on the fingerboard. If it's scratchy, it's probably going to be scratchy for a couple of reasons. One, you might be bowing to the fingerboard without even realizing it. You might also be bowing near or too close to the bridge, which is probably another reason. And the other reason is you're hitting other strings. So what you could do at this point is practice isolating those strings. Now, your arm needs to be at certain levels so that it hits the strings. If I'm going to play, let's say, the E string, my arm needs to be here. If I'm going to play the A string, it needs to be here. You see, I'm lifting my arm up. Now, if I want to play the D, it's going to be here. And lastly, if I want to play the G string, it's going to be here. And that's where it's gonna be. You can imagine your arm like an elevator going up between the floor. So if you're stopping at the first floor through the second floor, which is the G string, if you're stopping there, the elevator will stop there. If the elevator stops halfway between floor G and floor D, for example, that's where you're going to be hitting the other strings and why it's not going to sound good. So, you need to make sure that you know exactly where you're going to be. If you have the E string, it's going to be here. The A string, I'm going to be here. For the D string, I'm going to be here. And for the G string, I'm going to be here. This is something you have to practice as well. And that is when you're hitting other strings, is because your arm is way too relaxed and you're not thinking where your bow is going to be. It seems like you're actually quite rigid when you're holding it, like holding the violin out. Your arm is gonna be out and you don't want to be bowing like this. But you're starting to bow with your arm down against your body, which is when you're going to have other strings and your arm is doing this. So you do need to be quite nice and out when you see violinists playing. Like, they have everything nice and open and not hunched up and tight, because you'll not get a good sound with this. Just make sure your arm is straight. From what I just showed you, you can see my arm is moving in the exact place it needs to move. And it's stopping at those delicate floors. You know, the elevators is stopping at those floors, not stopping halfway in between, because then I'm going to have, you know, double strings and two strings, and that will sound very, very scratchy. But you know, it's gonna sound scratchy to start with, and that's absolutely fine. If you're scratchy after, say, a week, again, it's fine. It's gonna be scratchy for a long time. And as you may know, the violin is a very difficult instrument to master. I'm not going to lie on that. However, it's also one of the most beautiful instruments, and I play it because I like it. It makes me stand out from other instrumentalists. Of course, any instrument can have its challenges, but if it were that easy, everyone would play it. The challenges you face will eventually pay off, and you can understand how rewarding it is when you reach that phase. But nonetheless, in a couple of weeks, your bowings might still be scratchy, but less scratchy than when you started learning it. But if you are still having those scratchiness in your bowing, you know, probably more than a few weeks, possibly months, it's either because you're too close to the fingerboard or you're too close to the bridge, and your arm isn't where it needs to be. So you see that literally that my arm is it's not stopping at any place. Like, I'm not just stopping wherever I want. Rather, I'm stopping at those delicate floors, which is the strings. So that's a little bit about how and where to bow. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and see you all in the next lesson.